The reason that I'm a big fan of MedVale is because it creates a community in which you can have a close personal relationship with thoughtful, intelligent, caring people in a manner in which you feel safe and non-judged. Leadership can be a lonely area, and I have found in my MedVale experiences the ability to deal with my colleagues in a way that has added great insights to my day-to-day job. I have found not only the ability to be a part of the group and ask them for advice and guidance, but also to be similarly involved with helping them work through their issues with advice and guidance that have helped them. At the end of the day, it adds energy to me. It adds value to me. I've not had one meeting in all of the several years now I've been part of MedVale where I've come away from the meeting not saying, wow, this was an incredibly good meeting. I have truly enjoyed every session I've had. And really, when you think about it, to get value added to your day in a way in which you can deal with others that's outside of the workspace, I think is invaluable. The ahas I've gotten, the insights that I've taken away, the efficiency of the meetings, they're incredibly well run. In fact, it's one of my favorite meetings I have. And the reason is that I don't have to perform. I can just absorb. And the conversations flow easily. When I add things, I always get feedback. And that is a delight for me, to be surrounded by intelligent, caring professionals that have also been leaders in their lives, to be able to help me process and think through things and me to do the same for them. It's a true definition of synergy. This is a group where 1 + 1 = 5. And I mean that. 1 + 1 = 5 in this group. I take notes all the time at these meetings. Why? Because the information I'm getting is valuable. And it can be almost on anything, from families to music to books to art. It doesn't have to just always be business. We've talked and read books together, share ideas together, come up with thoughts around how to make things better in our community. It's so much more than just, professional leaders talking about experiences and adding value. It's enriching culturally, personally. How this is different for me from other medical meetings I go to, of which there are far too many, is that it's a deeply connecting personal relationship that is happening with the other members of my group. I've come to really, really love them. And I mean that. They're almost like family to me. We know each other well, personally, our spouses, our kids, our grandkids. It's almost like a personal private club that is very rich in regards to trust, relationship, honesty, insights. I don't feel judged. I can be my authentic self. And I think that's the value add to me. As a leader, as always being in front of groups, you're always kind of a bit guarded. You're always feeling a little bit judged even. That's not the way this group works. And so to have an experience as a leader where I can be my authentic self with them, that's invaluable to me, and it's energizing. The common denominator, I think, with our MedVale group is that we're all connected to healthcare, and we're all trying to make it better, not only for us as individuals, but for the people we care for, the communities we live in. And so it's fun to have a purpose. It's fun to be part of a group that is a force for good in the community. And I think we see ourselves that way. We're helping each other help others. And that's a joyful thing. I think we're all driven by purpose. In our SAGES group, since we all are senior healthcare executives, senior healthcare leaders through our lives, we have found that we can be of help to each other and our communities. One thing that we've started to do is develop what we call dolphin tanks, which is a problem is brought to the group, and the group does due diligence in both analyzing it, listening to what the problems are, and coming up with a set of recommendations for the organization that brings us the issue. I can speak to this from multiple dolphin tanks that I've now been in, 2 of which have been directed at my organization at my request, and they've been incredibly helpful to me. Not only do I get to bring in my senior leaders to then help present the problems, but to hear the group's thoughtful interaction around the recommendations. We get recommendations in writing, and on 2 areas, we've put many of those into action at this point in time. So there's not only thoughtfulness in dialogue, but actually action that have led to better outcomes for my organization and for several others that we've been a part of. Mm-hmm. And I value that. I value that a lot. Quality of the information that I've received from these dolphin tanks, I would have easily paid $25,000 to $50,000 to a consultant group for. Mm-hmm. It's been that good. Mm-hmm. So at nothing more than my membership and my joy of these people, have I received information that have helped my organization be better. And like I say, if I were to value that or price that out, it's a $50,000 contribution. In my Medvale group, we've had multiple offsite retreats. Those retreats are usually a day and a half or so in length at a wonderful location so we can get away from town. I have found those incredibly helpful, not only to take deeper, longer dives on issues, but to then continue to build the relationships, the friendships, the trust, taking walks, enjoying nature, playing cribbage, eating food together, making food together, cleaning up food together. There's value in that. And it's that kind of thing that, again, gets this to be more than just a group of people meeting every so often. It's the development of a family of thoughtful people who care about each other and, again, are engaged then with trust with each other. One of the stimulating things that happens in our clubs is that we'll invite in guest speakers from time to time, and they will cover fascinating topics. This cross-fertilization of different Medvale groups has at least led to, on 2 occasions for me, where I've now dug deeper and have gotten engaged with projects that have helped my organization be better. That's a value add to me, is to find a trusted collaborator on issues that I face at work in healthcare that have helped me solve problems. That's invaluable to me. I implicitly trust the people that are brought into our group to share. I think they're highly vetted. We all know that what they're talking about, they are knowledgeable about. Mm-hmm. And I find that to be extremely helpful to me. I don't feel like I'm being sold anything. I feel like I'm participating in a conversation about what they're doing in their area to try to make things better. And if there's some Venn diagram overlap with what I'm trying to do, then we've got something that I can start to work with to help my organization be better. I like win-wins. And what I find with several interactions I've had is that they've led to win-win outcomes in terms of helping my organization and helping them with what they're trying to accomplish as well. I would highly recommend Medvale to any senior leader as a way to add value to your job.